Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for February 1st, 2026. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, I've got a 3 up here. These 3s look in. Puts a 3 here. We can follow up on the 3s, placing a 3 here as well. Anything more with 3s? I'm not seeing it. Okay, so it was 3. How about 5? I don't see anything with 5. Oh, actually, I do see something. So this 5 looks down, this 5 looks in. Putting a 5 on one of these two. All right. 6. No. Well, actually, yeah. Okay, we have these two 6s. I missed that. All right. Oh, 6 is placed in this box. Sorry, that's even better. These 6s look in. And this 6 looks down. What a great start. Okay. In fact, there were just 4 6s looking into the box, so you were guaranteed a placement there. All right, how about 7? 2 7s look in here, puts a 7 up here. 7, okay, nothing there. 8. Nothing with 8. Oh, hold on. This 8 looks down, this 8 looks in. So the 8 joins the 5. So what we have here is what's called a hidden pair. The way to think about this is our corner marks are telling us within this box, the 5 is limited to one of these two cells, and the 8 is limited to one of these two cells. So that means one of these cells is 5 and one of these cells is 8. Since there's only 2 cells, one is 5 and the other is 8, meaning there's no room for anything else to go in these 2 cells. And that leaves behind a quad here that we can pencil. So, and it was always a naked quad because of the 5, 8 looking down and the 5, 8 looking in. That's just kind of the hidden pair exposed that. So we need 1, 4, 7, 9. 1, 4, 7, 9. So I'm seeing these two 4s look in and this 9 looks down. And so this is actually a hidden 4, 9 pair. And then now the 1 can only go here, and this is the 7. All right. This column is down to 2, 4. Is there... Okay, can I follow up on the 1 or the 7? The 1s look up, placing the 1 here. The 7s look in here, putting a 7 in one of these two. This box is down to 2, 4, 9. And the 9's one of these two, so that points down, giving us this 4 and this 9. All right, that 4 looks back up, giving us the 4 in this box. Giving us the 2, so the 2, 4 resolves. This is down to 5, 7, 8. We have this 5, but that's it. And this is down to, for the column, 4, 5, 8. So this can't be 4 and this can't be 4. So the 4 is placed. Now this 8 tells us that's 5 and that's 8, giving us the 5 here, leaving a 7, 8 pair. All right. Well, we basically got this left stack done. We just have a couple pairs left, so we're just going to do some horizontal scans. But what we're going to do is we're going to focus on these boxes because we can basically assume there is a buddy. I mean, the 2 doesn't have one, unfortunately, but in general, we can just assume there's a buddy in box 1 and go from there and make that easier to scan. So 2 and 7, and then we've got 3s, 6s, and I'm seeing that there's a duplicate over here, meaning we don't have to worry about. We have all 3 of them already. So I've got the 2s. It puts a 2 in one of these two. 3, 4. Puts a 4 in one of these two. Should I be drawing this out? 4, 4, and 4. 4 in one of those two. 5. It's a 5 one of these two. This is interesting. I wonder if this middle is a naked single or something. 6s are done. 8. 8's in these 3. Okay, so I'm going to look at some low-hanging fruit here. This box is down to 1, 7, 9. Top one's not 1. And so that means 1's in one of these two. That points in. This one looks in. This one looks up. So 1's in one of these two. This row in general is down to 1, 4, 7, 8. So this is actually just 1, 7, 8. Definitely not a naked single. This can't be 1 or 7. So this is 4, 8. This isn't 8. So this is 1, 4, 7. All right. This row is down to 2, 7, 9. That's not a 7. Surprisingly, can't do anything with 7s in this box. They're down to here. Oh no, here. Sorry. All right, maybe I'll just look at this bottom band next. 4s are done. We have 1, 5, and 8 looking into here. So the 1s look in, putting a 1 somewhere down here. The 5s look in, actually placing the 5 in this box. Those 5s look up, putting a 5 in one of these two. 1, 5, and then 8. So 8's in one of these two. Okay. Some low-hanging fruit. In fact, all of them are for the rows. So this row we need 2, 6, 7, 9. 2, 6, 7, 9. This can't be 2 or 6. This is only 7, 9. And that means the 2 and the 6 are both over here. That's not a, oops, sorry. The 2's and the 6 over here. This one's not a 6. So the 2's, put a 2 in one of these two. Oh no, the 2 is placed. That's even better. These two 2's look down. And this 2 looks in. Yeah, that places the 2 here. 2, 6, 7, 9 over here. So this is 2, 7, 9. This is 2, 6, 9. This is any of them. So what about this row then? We need a 3, 3, 6, 8, 9. So this is 3, 6, 9. This is not 3 or 8. So this is 6, 9 only. This can't be 6. This is 3, 8, 9. Okay. What about this triple? 1, 3, 7. This can't be 1 or 7. So actually, this is a naked 3. So that's not 3, meaning 3's over here somewhere. One of these two. So this is a 1, 7 pair. So that can't be 7. This is a 9. 9 looks in, placing the 9 here, giving us the 6 here. None of these are 9. So this is a 3, 8 pair. All right, cleaning up nicely. And this is down to 2, 6, 7. All right, that bottom band cleaned up. So I probably should look vertically. I do have some low-hanging fruit, though. Like, let's look at this column. We need 1, 3, 7, 8. And this cell can't be 1, 7, or 8. So this is a 3, naked 3. That makes that 8 and 3. And this is a 1, 7. All right. This puzzle's just been kind of completing itself, to be honest. I guess I could do some vertical looking here. I'm going to look at this stack first. So we have the 3's looking up. In fact, 4 3's looking here, placing the final 3 in the puzzle. And then the 6... I don't think the 6 does anything. All right, how about over here? It's quite a bit. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 is over here. 5, not up there. 5 we marked. 6. 6 joins the 5. Oh, that's nice. We have 5 and 6 looking up here, 5 and 6 looking in, and 5 and 6 looking up here. So this is where the 5 and 6 go, another hidden pair. And so that means this can't actually be 7. So we can remove the 7 corner mark because it has to be 5 and 6. This is a 1, 7, 9 triple, actually. And this is 5, 6. So what are we missing? Looks like the 8. This is the 8 for the column. All right. This row is down to 1, 4, 9. I don't think it's resolved, but that's not 4 and that's not 1. All right, are we getting a little sticky at the end here? Let's see. Probably just not looking in the right spot. This column is down to 1, 4, 7, 9. This can't be 1 or 7, so it's 4, 9 only. This can't be 4, so it's 1, 7, 9. Okay. 4, 9, 2, 9, 4, 8, 2, 6. What the heck? Where should I look? I don't think there's an obvious place to look. It might be worth playing what does this box need? Just going one digit at a time. So the box needs a 1. And that ends up in one of these 3. The box needs a 2. Which is very open. We have 3. We need a 4. So this 4 looks in. This 4 looks up. That does leave 4 in one of these 2. We need a 5. 5 is in one of these 3 as well. Wasn't there something else? The 4. No. I thought something was in these 3 besides the 5. The 1. No. Maybe I'm misremembering. Oh, 1 is in one of these 3. Oh, yeah, it's different 3. Okay. 5 is in one of these 3. Okay, yeah, sorry, it's different 3. Anyway. 5, 6 looks up. So we have the 5 and the 6 looking up here. Meaning we need a 5 and a 6 up here. So I don't know if I'm going to use this because I don't like using like advanced like techniques that I don't usually present. But this is kind of interesting here. So So I have this 5, 6 looking up and 5, 6 looking in. So 5 and 6 need to go somewhere in green. And maybe there's some way I can express this that I'm willing to use. But I like to point out this stuff, like you can holistically look at the puzzle in certain ways that can get you some deductions. And it's always fun when you can find stuff like that. So my point here is that we're going to put both a 5 and a 6 in green. Can I put both of them here? No, it's one cell. So at least one of them will go up here. At least one of these two will be a 5 or a 6. That's guaranteed. Hopefully you're following me so far. Now, the question is, can these both be 5, 6? And the answer is no, because this cell is already one of the 5, 6s. So if I color this purple, we actually know that this is, so if this is the purple 5, 6, the green, the 5, 6 that ends up here, we can call the green 5, 6. We don't know whether it's 5 or 6, but we can call it green. And that means this is the green 5, 6. And so, anyway, that's a little bit of a tangent for now. But the point is that we need at least one 5, 6 up here, but we can't have both of them up here. And so there's one 5, 6 up here, meaning this has to be the other 5, 6. And in fact, it ends up being the purple 5, 6. And so we have a green 5, 6 in one of these two, the purple 5, 6 here. And because this has to be 5, 6, it's not a 4, and we can place this 4. So that probably is a Sudoku if we were to analyze it properly, but I'm not sure. Suedecoq, if you want to look that up. I have a video on it, I believe. But anyway, so I can't actually, or I'm not actually going to use that, but it's a something I spotted, which is kind of fun. Now, if we had one more digit that was limited to these 3, then I could just make that a hidden triple. So we can look at these down here. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6. So I do believe, yeah, it's just the 5 and 6 here, because the 4 can go here. So we don't actually have like a true hidden triple here. It's such an interesting interaction with these cells over here, though. All right, that was neat. I enjoyed at least talking about that. This can't be 1 or 7, so this is going to be limited because the row needs 1, 5, 7, 8, 9. So this isn't 1, so it's 5, 8, 9. Ooh, okay. So what is our next step? Maybe I can look at this row. I was playing what does this box need? I think I made it up to 6 when I saw that. So it has 7. It needs an 8 and a 9. So the 8. Okay, this is what we need. We have 8s in this box up here. Oh no, but that doesn't actually. I thought it was going to point and resolve something, but it doesn't. Never mind. Oh, we can corner it. And then the 9. I really don't know much about 9, do I? Okay. So that was an interesting diversion, but it didn't actually finish the puzzle. Let's just look at this row then. We need 2, 4, 5, 6, 9. This can't be 4, 5, or 6. This is 2, 9 only. Does that help me? Yes, that's a 2, 9 pair in this row. Let me just double check because I make mistakes sometimes. It can't be 1 because there's 1 in the row. Okay. Can't be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it's 2, 9. That's a 2, 9 pair. That makes that a 4, which then places the 4 that we were talking about. Okay, so that's 8. That's 4. That's 1. That's 7, and that's 8. This can't be 8, so that's 8. That's 9, and that's 2. We get the 7 down here. That's not 8. Over here we get the 1, 7, and 9. That's 2 and 9. Over here we get the 7 and 1 and 9. That's 2 and 7. That's 6 and 2. That's 7 and 1. This is not a 9, so that's 5 and 9. Up here we get the 5, 6, and 5. This is the other, so we ended up with this being 6. And then we ended up with a 5 in one of these two, and notice that the 6 looking in forces that to be 6. So exactly what I said happened. Whatever this was ended up here, and this was a 4. And we ended up with the other, so we ended up with 5 up here. Last digit's a 1, and we're done. All right, cool. Well, yeah, people are going to think that I struggled on this puzzle more than I did, but that's okay. I think a lot of people base it on video time, but it's kind of funny when someone says, was this one hard or was this a teaching video? Oh, it was a teaching video. I always like comments like that. All right, speaking of comments, if you enjoyed this, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.